The Big 12 has announced a full menu inspired by the Big 12 schools that will be available at the Big 12 men's and women's basketball tournaments in Kansas City, and we are going to rank them. Hey, this is Trevor, and this is Saturday's Warrior, the channel where we talk all things BYU, Big 12, realignment, and all of that good stuff. And we are coming at you from Las Vegas. I'm here in my hotel room. I know I'm a bit backlit. Should have recorded this perhaps at night, but I didn't want to pass up this opportunity to have the backdrop of Allegiant Stadium there over my shoulder. So we're going to roll with it. But like I said at the top of the video, we are discussing the Big 12 menu items that they announced, and we're going to go through and rank each one. I'm basically just going to look at how likely it would be that I would order any one of these items if I were there at the tournament choosing. I'll give them, I guess, some credit for creativity or incorporating the school into the menu item that they selected, but really I'm going to go based off of what I think I would order. So this is not that complicated. It's just some food, so let's get into it. Usually I can fairly be accused of being a homer, but not today because last on my list is Cosmos Churros, which I think is kind of inspired by the Cougar Tail, the really large maple bar that they sell at sporting events at BYU. This looks all right, but I served my mission in Mexico where churros were extremely cheap. To go in there and pay what's probably going to be $10 to $15 for some churros, and just because they threw some marshmallows and some crumbles on it, no thank you. Churros are churros, and I don't think that there's anything necessarily special about this. So while I'm sure they're delicious, I'm going to pass. Next on our list would be OSU's Orange Power Pizza. This also looks all right, but I'm not a huge meat lovers type pizza. I think one or two meats is enough. You put it all on there. It's just a little bit of everything. This also looks like a lot of bread, not as much of all the good stuff on there. And I like the touch of the ranch drizzle on the pizza. I'm not necessarily a ranch guy, but I think that fits Oklahoma, the state of Oklahoma, pretty well. You think of ranch with Middle America, so I think that's a nice tie-in, but I probably wouldn't be ordering this pizza. Now, next on this list is another item from the state of Oklahoma, also served with ranch, but this burger just looks uninspired. The cheese doesn't even look melted. I mean, you just have onion rings and some cheese on there, and that's it. So I would rather go to Red Robin and get a burger from there than order this, so that is probably why I would pass. Next is the Cowtown Loaded Tots. Give me your tots, Napoleon. I love potatoes, but tots is probably my least favorite way to serve them. So while this does look delicious, a lot of good items on there, I'm just not the biggest tot guy. Put it on fries or something else, and you probably have me there. Next is the Mountaineer Pepperoni Roll. Now, this looks super basic, nothing really interesting or exciting about it, but it does look good, and it also looks, when you think about eating at an arena, probably a bit easier it's more finger food and you can dip it, probably easy to get to your seat and eat. So I could see myself going for this. It's just not as creative or exciting as some of these other food items. The Masked Rider Burger. Now this burger definitely looks a lot better than than Oklahoma's version. They're putting a lot more on it. And got the jalapenos for some spice, and so I could see myself going for this burger. But then again, there's nothing really wrong with this. I could order this, but it also doesn't look super special. It looks like other burgers that I've seen in other joints. Next is the ISU Green Chili Pork Walking Taco. Now, when I think of the state of Iowa, I think of the Iowa State Fair, and I think of like deep fried butter, sticks of butter, or deep fried Oreos or something. So I would have expected to have seen something along those lines. I'm not sure if Doritos or anything has a particular tie with Iowa State. Perhaps it's the green chili pork, which is actually the reason why this is as high on this list, because other than that, I've had other walking tacos that have been a lot more creative, a lot more to them than this one. This one looks pretty basic, but that green chili pork does have my interest. Next is the Cincy Cheese Coney. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a good chili dog. So this looks really good. You're at a sporting event. Chili dogs, fit really well with that. But in terms of Cincy, I feel like you've got this creative menu item. I think you really lean into the Skyline chili and maybe put some noodles on there. It sounds weird, but it sounds weird to eat Skyline chili anyway, so why not just really lean into that, put it onto the Coney dog, and give us something special that we haven't seen before. That would have piqued my interest. Next, we have the Power Cat PB&J, and honestly, I wanted to put this even higher on my list. I don't know if this is good, but it really has me curious. I'd love to try it. Sounds like it would be delicious. Probably a little bit more of a dessert item, so maybe I'd go for one of these other items and then go back for this for dessert if there was still room. Next, we have the Big 12 dog. Now, this one scores big for creativity, and while this foot-long hot dog does not look like it would be the easiest to eat in stadium seating, I would definitely want to try it. It's original, something I haven't had before, and it looks delicious. Next, we have Big J's Loaded Mac and Cheese. And looking at this, if you're a foreigner coming to America and you see this, you probably look at it and think, this symbolizes everything that's wrong with America, and I'm here for it. Next, we have the Big Bertha Loaded Baked Potato. Now, this is how you incorporate a potato into a meal. This looks delicious, and the best part is it's big enough that this is probably going to keep me full for 2 meals, so hey, I save money on that. Next, we have Shasta's Brisket Tacos. Now, this does have a little bit more of an Austin vibe to me with the combination of the brisket with the Mexican food, but this looks delicious. This probably would have taken my top spot, except it looks like I could eat this and still come away hungry. And so really, if I'm going to go there, I want to eat something that's going to really fill me up. So for that reason, it's not at the top spot. At number 2, I have the UCF Citronaut drink. And while this is not the most inventive item on the menu, I love that combo of orange and vanilla. And really, no matter what item I ordered, whatever food item I ordered to eat off of this menu, I would most likely have this on the side. There's a lot of heavy things, a lot of brisket. Drink this on the side, lighten it up, and something sweet to go along with your meal. And at the top spot, we got the Baylor Brisket Sliders. A lot of brisket on this menu, but I think here in this slider form, you got the coleslaw paired well with the brisket, and eating it in slider form, I think it makes it more manageable to eat. It's still going to be filling, and it's going to pair nicely with that Citronaut drink, and then maybe leave a little bit of space to go back for more dessert for that deep fried PB&J. So I think I would be set with these sliders. All right, so that is how I would rank the new Big 12 Eats menu items. I haven't had breakfast yet today, so that may have influenced some of my picks, but please let me know in the comments which items you would order if you were there in Kansas City. And if you do, in fact, go and order any of these, please let me know in the comments what you thought of them, what you liked, and what the best things were. And please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Cougs!